Hollywood a place of fame, glamour, and endless dreams. But not every star stays in the spotlight forever. Some have traded their illustrious careers for behind bars, where the spotlight has given way to the cold walls of a prison cell. From shocking scandals to unforgivable crimes, these once-loved faces are now bitter lessons in how even celebrities can't escape the law. Here's a look at Hollywood stars currently serving time from the red carpet to prison garb, just one fateful mistake away. First on our list is Danny Masterson, the actor best known for his role as Stephen Hyde on That 70s Show. He also starred in Men at Work and The Ranch, where he reunited with co-star Ashton Kutcher. But in 2017, his career took a dark and irreversible turn when he became the subject of a major criminal investigation. 3 women came forward, accusing Masterson of drugging and sexually assaulting them at his home between 2001 and 2003. Although he maintained his innocence, Masterson's first trial ended in a deadlock. However, during a retrial, he was convicted of sexual assault and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 25 years. He is currently serving his sentence at a correctional facility in California. Masterson's downfall is a chilling reminder that no level of celebrity can shield someone from justice. Stay tuned as we uncover more shocking Hollywood scandals. Amy Locane is best known for her roles in Cry Baby alongside Johnny Depp and the hit series Melrose Place. At the height of her career, she quit acting to focus on her family, leaving behind the glamour of Hollywood. However, on June 27, 2010, tragedy struck when Locane crashed into another car while driving under the influence. The accident claimed the life of Helen Seaman, and Locane's blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. She was convicted of DUI and initially sentenced to 3 years in prison, although it was later reduced to 8 years. Currently in rehab at the Edna Mayhem Correctional Facility in New Jersey, Locane has reportedly been sober. She is eligible for Full Moon on December 20, 2024, marking a possible new chapter in her full moon journey. Suge Knight was a pivotal figure in hip-hop, co-founding Death Row Records and shaping the West Coast rap scene in the 1990s. Under his leadership, the label produced legendary artists such as Tupac Shakur, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg. However, his legacy is as notorious for legal troubles and violent altercations as it is for musical success. In 2015, while filming Straight Outta Compton, Knight was involved in a serious altercation. He hit Terry Carter and C-Bone Sloan with his car, killing Carter and seriously injuring Sloan. The incident, which was caught on video, led to charges of murder, although Knight later accepted a plea deal for manslaughter. In 2018, he was sentenced to 28 years in prison, with a possible parole deadline of 2034. Once a dominant force in the music industry, Knight's downfall became a cautionary tale of how power, violence, and unchecked aggression can lead even the most influential figures to a grim fate behind bars. Michael Jace is best known for his role as Officer Julian Lowy on the FX series The Shield, and for his appearances in major films such as Forrest Gump and Boogie Nights. However, his career and reputation were forever damaged by a horrific crime that took place in his own home. In 2014, out of jealousy and fear that his wife, April Jace, might leave him, Jace shot her in front of their 2 young sons, ages 5 and 8. Prosecutors revealed that he acted in a fit of rage, making cold comments before pulling the trigger. The brutal act traumatized his children and ruined his once promising career. At trial, Jace was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. Although he has expressed remorse, calling his actions completely senseless. The tragedy remains a haunting reminder of how unchecked emotions can lead to irreparable harm. He is currently serving his sentence at California State Prison, Corcoran. Todd and Julie Chrisley became household names with their hit reality show Chrisley Knows Best, which showcased their lavish lifestyle and strict parenting in the American South. However, behind the glitz and charm, the couple was hiding a web of financial fraud that would ultimately lead to their downfall. In 2019, the Chrisleys were charged with tax evasion, bank fraud, and wire fraud, accused of hiding millions from the IRS and securing over $30 million in fraudulent loans to fund their extravagant lifestyle. Prosecutors revealed that they falsified financial documents to appear wealthier than they were while evading taxes on their reality TV earnings. Their trial, which lasted nearly 3 weeks, ended in convictions for multiple counts of fraud. In 2022, Todd was sentenced to 12 years in prison, while Julie received 7 years. Todd is currently incarcerated at Pensacola Federal Correctional Institution, and Julie is serving her time at Mariana Federal Correctional Institution, both in Florida. Their case serves as a stark reminder that even reality TV stars can't escape the consequences of financial deception. Darren Sharper was a standout safety in the NFL, having enjoyed a 14-year career with the Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, and New Orleans Saints. A 2-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro, he played a key role in the Saints' Super Bowl XLIV victory, cementing his status as one of the league's top defensive players. However, his reputation took a serious hit when serious obesity issues surfaced. In 2014, reports emerged of Sharper using drugs and assaulting multiple women in multiple states, leading to a multi-state investigation. As more victims emerged, the case gained national attention, revealing a disturbing pattern of behavior. By 2016, Sharper had pleaded guilty or no contest to reporting groups in 4 states, including California and Nevada, facing a legal reckoning that would overshadow his once lauded career. Sharper eventually spent 18 years in prison, marking one of the most shocking downfalls of a professional sports writer. Once celebrated for his skill on the field, he now serves as a cautionary tale of how reputations and success can be ruined by wildly unfavorable selections. Once considered a rising star in mixed martial arts, War Machine-born Jonathan Paul Copenhaver has built a reputation for his aggressive fighting style and knockout power. Competing in top promotions like Bellator MMA and the UFC, he gained national recognition after appearing on The Ultimate Fighter, where his raw talent and relentless approach to the cage earned him a loyal fan base. Over a career spanning nearly a decade, he has won 14 of his 19 fights, proving his potential as a formidable fighter. However, his promising career took a dark turn in 2014 when he brutally attacked his ex-girlfriend. Her friend was also seriously injured in the attack. The horrific crime shocked the public, leading to a high-profile manhunt before War Machine was arrested. In 2017, he was convicted of 29 charges, including assault and kidnapping. Sentenced to life in prison, he will not be eligible for parole until 2053. Once a feared competitor in the world of MMA, his violent actions not only ruined his career, but also left a lasting impact on his victims. His downfall is a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked rage and violence. William Hayden, once known for his role on the Discovery Channel reality show Sons of Guns, gained recognition as a skilled firearms expert and businessman. The show, which premiered in 2011, focused on his Louisiana-based firearms company, showcasing custom gun manufacturing and restoration. While it gained popularity for its in-depth look at the craft of gunsmithing, Hayden's off-screen life took a shocking turn that ultimately overshadowed his television career. In 2014, serious legal allegations emerged, leading to his arrest and multiple felony charges. The accusations painted a stark contrast to the persona he built on screen, shocking both fans and industry insiders. As the legal proceedings unfolded, Hayden faced a highly publicized trial, which resulted in his conviction in 2015. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, marking a definitive and dramatic fall from grace. His case served as a harsh reminder of the consequences of personal actions, emphasizing the profound impact of legal accountability on public figures. The downfall of William Hayden not only ended his television career, but also sparked wider conversations about trust, responsibility, and the real-life implications of celebrity scandals. Ryan Grantham seemed destined for a bright future in Hollywood. Best known for his role as Rodney James in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, 2010, he also appeared in the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus and an episode of Riverdale. With more than 30 on-screen roles under his belt, Grantham was building a promising career until a shocking crime changed everything. At just 21 years old, Grantham made headlines for an unthinkable act. On a tragic day in 2020, he shot his own mother while she was playing the piano at their home. After the crime, he loaded his car with guns and ammunition, initially intending to assassinate Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Instead, he reconsidered, briefly considering a mass shooting at Simon Fraser University before eventually turning himself in. During the trial, court-appointed psychiatrists revealed that Grantham had been struggling with severe depression and other mental health issues at the time of the incident. He pleaded guilty, expressed remorse, and pledged to rehabilitate. In 2022, he was sentenced to life in prison, eligible for parole in 2036 after serving at least 14 years. Grantham's case is a haunting reminder of how even the most promising young stars can fall into obscurity. Harvey Weinstein was once one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood, co-founding Miramax and producing iconic films like Pulp Fiction and Good Will Hunting. He even won an Oscar for Shakespeare in Love, further cementing his influence in the industry. But behind the scenes, dark secrets were waiting to be exposed. In 2017, the New York Times published a bombshell investigation that revealed decades of allegations against Weinstein, with more than 100 women, including famous actresses, accusing him of sexual harassment and abuse. These revelations sparked the Me Too movement, exposing a culture of silence in Hollywood. In 2018, Weinstein was formally charged with misconduct, with actress Annabella Sciorra testifying that he assaulted her in her home. Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison in New York, followed by an additional 16 years in Los Angeles. He also faces charges in the UK. Currently being held in Mohawk Prison, Weinstein is likely to spend the rest of his life behind bars, marking a dramatic fall from grace for one of Hollywood's most notorious figures. Born in South Korea and later moving to the United States, Jo Sun pursued a career in mixed martial arts and acting. Although his MMA career did not last long, he found success in Hollywood, often playing villains in action films. His most recognizable role was in 1997's Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, where he played the henchman Random Task, securing his place in pop culture. However, in 2008, his life took a dark turn when he was arrested for vandalizing a car. What seemed like a minor infraction led to a shocking revelation: his DNA matched a brutal 1990 cold case involving the kidnapping and assault of a young woman. Because the statute of limitations on some of the charges had expired, he was convicted of felony torture and sentenced to 7 years to life in prison. Just months into his sentence, Sun committed another horrific act, the murder of a fellow inmate, which resulted in an additional 27 years in prison for manslaughter. Once a familiar face in Hollywood, he was now sentenced to spend the rest of his life in prison, marking a chilling fall from fame to infamy. Jen Shah rose to stardom on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, where she was known for her lavish lifestyle and bold personality. However, behind the glitz and glamour, she was hiding a dark secret, a fraudulent telemarketing scheme that preyed on elderly victims. In March 2021, Shah was charged with wire fraud and money laundering, accused of running a scam that promised fake business services to unsuspecting victims. The scheme devastated many lives, including a 75-year-old woman who lost $47,000 and a World War II veteran who was defrauded out of $100,000 before tragically taking his own life. Prosecutors revealed that Shah mocked her victims and strategized ways to extract even more money. After initially pleading not guilty, Shah later admitted to her crimes and was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. She is currently serving her sentence at Bryan Federal Prison Camp in Texas, with a parole eligibility date in August 2028. Her dramatic fall from reality TV fame serves as a stark reminder that no one is above the law, even in the world of celebrity. Jerry Harris rose to fame as a standout cheerleader on Netflix's hit series Cheer, captivating audiences with his infectious energy and undeniable talent. His uplifting personality and inspiring journey led to high-profile media appearances, including an interview on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, where he quickly became a fan favorite. However, in September 2020, Harris's rising career came to an abrupt halt when he was accused of serious misconduct. The allegations, stemming from incidents that occurred when he was 19 years old, led to a federal investigation and significant legal consequences. The news sent shockwaves through the cheerleading community and beyond, leaving fans and colleagues stunned. Ultimately, Harris pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison. He is currently serving his sentence at a federal correctional facility, marking a tragic fall from grace. His story serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of accountability and ethical behavior, even in the world of fame and success. Shannon Richardson had small roles in popular TV shows like The Walking Dead and The Vampire Diaries, but her name became infamous for reasons far removed from Hollywood. In 2013, she orchestrated a chilling crime, sending letters laced with ricin, a deadly poison, to high-profile figures, including former President Barack Obama and New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Her motive? A desperate attempt to frame her estranged husband amid a bitter divorce. Authorities quickly unraveled the truth, exposing Richardson's deception and criminal intent. The investigation revealed that she had not only mailed the toxic letters, but also misled federal agents in an effort to shift the blame. Her reckless actions, which endangered national security, shocked the public and led to serious legal consequences. In the end, Richardson was sentenced to 18 years in prison, marking a dramatic fall from grace. Once chasing a career in entertainment, she became a notorious cautionary tale, her name forever tied to one of the most bizarre and dangerous crimes committed by a public figure. Rising to fame as a member of the K-pop sensation EXO, Chris Wu quickly established himself as a versatile entertainer, making a seamless transition into acting. His career soared as he starred in blockbuster films like XX, Return of Xander Cage, and Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, gaining international recognition. With a strong presence in both the music and film industries, He built a reputation as a global star, admired by fans around the world. However, in July 2021, his career took a dramatic turn when serious legal allegations surfaced, drawing intense media scrutiny. The accusations led to a highly publicized investigation and trial, which significantly impacted his standing in the entertainment industry. As details unfolded, public opinion shifted, and his once flourishing career came to a halt. In November 2022, Kris Wu was convicted and faced severe legal consequences, bringing an abrupt end to his time in the spotlight. The case served as a cautionary tale about the weight of legal responsibility and the fragility of celebrity status. Once a rising star in the global entertainment scene, his downfall leaves a lasting mark, reminding the industry of the importance of integrity and accountability. Schuyler DeLeon, born John Julius Jacobson Jr. on August 12, 1979, sought fame in Hollywood but ended up becoming famous for one of the most gruesome crimes in recent history. DeLeon's early life was marked by a difficult childhood and family tension, which led him to change his name to escape his past. Although he found minor success in children's television, including a small role in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, his life soon took a dark and irreversible turn. At the age of 20, he was discharged from the United States Navy for repeated unexcused absences. Struggling financially and facing mounting debts, DeLeon turned to crime. DeLeon, along with his wife and accomplices, posed as interested buyers of a yacht owned by Thomas and Jackie Hawks. The victims' bodies were never found, but a subsequent confession from an accomplice led to their arrest. In 2009, Schuyler DeLeon was sentenced to death for aggravated robbery, marking a stunning fall from grace. His case remains one of the most disturbing examples of how desperation and greed can lead to unthinkable acts, turning what once seemed a promising life into a chilling cautionary tale.
Fuck y'all talking about, man?
Man, D talking about so he could whoop Mike Tyson.
Man, get a man the whole story.
Kyle Walker, a 27-year-old rapper and actor, was once tipped for success in the entertainment industry. However, his career was forever derailed by serious criminal charges that resulted in a 50-year-to-life prison sentence in Los Angeles. Convicted on multiple counts, Walker's actions left a lasting impact on his victims and changed his life forever. Prosecutors revealed that Walker used social media to target aspiring models, gaining their trust before committing the crimes. His victims, 4 women and 3 teenagers, had no prior connection to each other, highlighting the calculated and predatory nature of his crimes. One survivor, Sydney Stanford, courageously spoke out, emphasizing the importance of seeking justice and protecting future victims. Although he was acquitted of certain charges and is considering an appeal, Walker's sentence ensures that he will spend decades in prison and must register as a sex offender for life. His case is a stark reminder of the dangers of exploitation through social media and the serious legal consequences of committing a crime, demonstrating that fame does not confer immunity from justice. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like to show your support, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new content, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts. See you in the next video.